Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Premier League Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. In today's video I'm going to look at my team, seeing how they performed in Game Week 15, then we move ahead to Game Week 16. As you all know, after Game Week 16 we have unlimited transfers going into Game Week 17. That's because of the World Cup Fantasy Football, and I will be covering that. Just check out my previous video where I'll look at my first draft and some rules for that game. So here we go. As you can see, for Game Week 15, I got 64 points. So from 117,000, yeah, got a little bit of a green arrow, but I have taken a massive risk going into this game week. So as you all know, the game crashed like 20 minutes before the deadline. And I think that's going to happen again in Game Week 16. That's just because the servers can't handle the amount of people making transfers, because everyone's pretty much waiting for the Manchester City lineups. So we heard that Haaland and Foden were on the bench, and those were the two players that I got from Manchester City. And I looked and I was thinking, oh man, I really want like some Manchester City players for this game, because it could be a big score. And it wasn't, but it could have been a big score. So I had to make some moves, and I wasn't sure about, Captain and Haaland, even though he'd done really well. So I thought, you know what, I really want a Manchester City player in that game. I went for it. I removed Haaland and Foden, and I brought in Kevin De Bruyne to basically captain him against Fulham and Alvarez. So I made that -4 point hit. My captain was not on Kevin De Bruyne, was on Alvarez. So I got a little bit of a luck there, because when I was trying to make the transfer, obviously it was quite difficult to do. I tried it on the app and I couldn't basically confirm it properly. But then it kind of went through somehow, and then I went back to it and I thought, you know what, it's on Alvarez now, it's fine. And I couldn't actually confirm to change it to Kevin De Bruyne, so got stuck on Alvarez. And you know what, I mean, he scored the goal, he got 3 maximum bonus points, and yeah, he returned really big in that game. So really happy, really lucky. So those were two of my transfers. I was going to captain Kevin De Bruyne, but yeah, I gained a little bit more extra points with Alvarez. So I got 64 points, like I mentioned here. Little bit of a green arrow, but it was a massive risk, going without Haaland. Even like him playing only like 10 to 15 minutes, he can score 2 to 3 goals. So, and when he scored that goal, damn man, he destroyed the rank at that time. So anyways, let's go through the team. But looking back at it now, right, those transfers actually worked. Kevin De Bruyne here, as you can see, got me 7 points. Foden would have got me 1, and Alvarez got me 18 points. Massive differential, by the way. As you can see, 9 points from him. He scored a goal, 3 maximum bonus points. So I have gained a little bit, but it wasn't, at the end of the day, like it wasn't that massive gain. So I lost a little bit of a value on Haaland, but yeah, I think it was a risk that I was happy to take, actually, because of Game Week 16. Because after Game Week 16, we got the unlimited transfers and we can bring Haaland back, and there's quite a lot of cheap players anyway. Like I've got a lot of money in the bag. I've been having a lot of money in the bag anyway, in this game, and I think, even though we lose a little bit of the value on Haaland, I think that was the right decision. I gained the point. If I had Haaland and Foden, then I would have had less points than 64. So at the end of the day, I went for it. I saw the opportunity, kind of worked, but yeah, could have been a massive risk. So, but I mean, looking at Game Week 16, it is a risk because I need them back into my team. But anyways, let's go through the team. So Nick Pope with only 3 points. yeah, conceding in the last 5 minutes against Southampton. Newcastle played really well. They scored 4 goals, but Southampton nicked one right at the end. Trippier got 9 there. Obviously, he's going to get, I think it's 3 maximum bonus points, right? Let me just have a quick look. Just let you guys know that I am recording this after the Tottenham versus Liverpool game. And as you can see, Trippier will get 3 maximum bonus points. So that means, what, 9, 10, 11, 12 points from him. Perfect. And Cancelo with 2 got a red card. He will be able to play for 16 though, I think, because there's a cup next. Lewis Dunk with only 1. Martinelli with 3. Salah actually scoring 2 goals against Tottenham. So yeah, good return from him, and the fixtures are looking good in the future for Liverpool. So a lot of people are going to be looking at Captain Salah soon. Saka with only 5 got an assist in that game against Chelsea. Got a yellow card as well, which is yeah, didn't help really. Kevin De Bruyne with 7, so this was one of my big move. And you know what, if I don't bring in Haaland, I probably will captain Kevin De Bruyne and just go for it and just see what happens. Alvarez here, my massive differential, scored a goal and 3 maximum bonus points. So yeah, that worked out really well. Wilson, I think he's got illness. I'm not sure if there's an injury there, so he only played about 45 minutes. Hopefully he's okay for the Chelsea game. If it's like a little bit unwell, that's okay, I guess. He will be able to recover and it will be better for the Chelsea game. But Mitrovic was a little bit of a shock because I wasn't really prepared to remove him. So him not playing was a little bit of a shock. I guess a lot of people kind of like followed his progress. I think some people may have heard that he might not play. And my substitute kind of benching was horrible. I wish I put Andreas like number 1 so I could get his points for Mitrovic, and that would have definitely helped me out to get into the top 100k. I benched Ward because I thought that maybe Pope would have got more points. Ward's just being incredible as well. He's bringing a big amount of points, but Pope's been bringing the steady points as well. So this was my bench. Kofar did not play because he just never plays anymore, and that is about it. So looking ahead, I've got Pope and Trippier, 2 players that I think is going to be good against Chelsea. Chelsea just cannot score right now. They are not on form. They're just all over the place. They keep on changing their players around, and I think there's some kind of issues there. I think they just don't have the right players at the right positions. We've got Cancelo, Kevin De Bruyne, 2 great options, by the way, for Manchester City. I'm thinking to captain Kevin De Bruyne if I do not get Haaland back into the team. Great fixture for Cancelo to play in and get a return. If we find, or if we hear, sorry, not find, if we hear that Alvarez is going to start, I might just stick with this and don't go for Haaland. Dunk there against Aston Villa. I'm just going to hope for the best, really, and see if he can actually get a good return. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with the bench, so I'm going to leave it for like this for now. I've got Martinelli and Saka. I think this is a very, very good fixture for Arsenal to get a lot of big returns in. So I think they're going to score a lot of goals against them. So I'm just going to hope that Martinelli consistently brings in the points, and Saka as well, as him still being my differential of being around the 16.8%. 16.8. Yeah, Salah, I think that a lot of people now would probably want Salah in their team because of his 2 goals against Tottenham. He's got a great home fixture against Southampton. Southampton is not keeping clean sheets, so this is a good opportunity for someone to kind of captain him as well. I think he's definitely going to return, and I think Gameweek 16 is going to be a high scoring game week. I think that's what I'm feeling like. So as you can see, I got Wilson and Mitrovic. I've got to see what happens to them. If they are out, then I might have to take a -4 point hit. So let me just have a quick look at this. So I got 1 free transfer and I got 2.3 in the bank. So the only really way to get Haaland is removing Kevin De Bruyne, removing Mitrovic as an example, bringing Haaland back into the team, and I got 9.5 to spend. So if I hear that Alvarez is playing, Haaland is playing, I might just do this and bring in a massive differential that is around 9.5. And to be honest with you, I kind of like that, because if I captain Haaland and I get another midfielder, I think that's okay. I think that's okay. The other thing is, let's just say Mitrovic is fine, then I probably will keep him. I might just reverse the move, really, get Haaland back. And as you can see, I've got 8.7. I might just bring Foden back into the team and just do this, really, because he could play, he could start. And if he does start, I want him in my team and captain Haaland. So those are the options right now. And yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. I thought I'll give you guys a little bit of an update, but yeah, I will be creating another video anyway just before the deadline, so do not worry on that. I will be continuing with the fantasy World Cup fantasy football as well, so I'll be looking into some of the best players to pick from, and that is pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope that this video has helped you, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.